How we doing?
Good.
I love hosting a party in my office. How are you? Good to see you.
Hi, Mr. Secretary.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Carol
Good to see you.
Feldman.
Carol.
Well, thank you, Secretary. I really appreciate you taking the time
course.
to
Happy
talk
to
with
be
us
here.
today. After the Supreme Court struck down affirmative action, you asked colleges to take a hard look at policies like legacy preferences
Right.
that sometimes are seen as an unfair advantage for the children of alumni and donors. Beyond offering guidance, what concrete action will you take, can you take, to discourage the use of legacy preferences?
What I want to do is, while the Supreme Court prevented us from using a tool to encourage diversity, I want to bring that conversation back to the field to say, what could we do differently to ensure that we're tapping into the potential that this country has, right? So that's the conversation. And legacy admissions is an example of a practice that wasn't touched. So you could have the same, your last name could get you into a school, or the fact that you can write a check can get you into a school. But other issues that we know benefit students, which is a diverse learning environment, that tool was taken away. So I'm asking admissions counselors, I'm asking presidents of universities to really revisit admissions. Because even with affirmative action, our colleges didn't represent the diversity of our country. We have work to do. I'm disappointed with the decision, but it gives us an opportunity to revisit admission practices.
I'd like to turn now to the other huge education decision by the court in June. After the decision overturning the president's student loan relief plan, he charged you with coming up with another plan to help as many borrowers as possible.
Yeah.
Do you envision the plan that will emerge from your public hearings will serve a much smaller group of students and graduates who are holding large amount of debt?
My goal with the plan that we launched, I think it was like an hour after the Supreme Court decision, we needed to send a message that we're not done fighting. So get as many students, as much debt relief, as quickly as possible. Now, we recognize that the analysis of the Supreme Court decision in June will have to factor in to the steps that we take moving forward. And we've engaged in the process already of selecting negotiators. And we anticipate doing as much as we can around student debt relief as we're able to. We feel we're going to be confident in the case we put forward on this, using a very different process. So it's difficult for me to speculate now because it goes through the negotiated rulemaking process, which is why we went with the HEROES Act, which I still believe gave me the authority. I don't even believe the Supreme Court should have seen that case. It gives me the authority, but the Supreme Court decided, and we're going to respect that decision, and we're going to, using their rationale, we have to take that into account as we move forward now under the Higher Education Act authority that I have.